My name is Monisha Murray, and I'm the owner of Black & Brown. I'm born and raised in San Jose. I left a little bit, but came back to pretty much open Black & Brown. Got started just pretty much working for other companies, businesses, doing the same thing at a really young age, and then gained a lot of experience in it, so I just figured the next move was to open my own thing. The best part has probably been the fact that I still have a business, that I am still thriving. Going from the start, from me saying broke to now actually have a business that's thriving and, still be around. And especially in San Jose, I feel like it's really tough for small in general. So I think it's a blessing that, I still have a business and it's going and I'm not worried about it closing or anything. To be 100% honest, I would say in the last 2 years, I'm just glad to have a paycheck. So I get a paycheck now and that makes me happy. I could put money away, that makes me happy. So it's usually how life's supposed to work, but it hasn't worked that way for me. 8 years, it's been just growing it and reinvesting money. And I've been in business for 10 years, almost 11 years this spring. When I moved here, speaking with the owners and things, it was really huge for me that I didn't want to keep moving my business. It's not ideal to keep hopping your business around and shifting it here and there. You want to plant yourself somewhere and grow. And, there was the talk of Whole Foods and it's coming, and that had already been 7-8 years talk. So I was like, well, it's not here kind of thing. So I tried to sign a 7-year lease. I got a 5-year lease and I got a great deal. So, I put up a fight, got what I wanted, but I feel like in the end, I think just it was a new learning experience to looking at the bigger picture of things and not having that savvy of really looking at Whole Foods is opening, property value is going to go up. Things like that. I was just thinking this is rad. I got a place. I got the deal I wanted, and so forth. So I feel like we're part of the growth that's happening here. A lot of people have gotten excited moving here and having almost that balance of, there's the corporate Whole Foods across the way, but then, it's nice to see a little, shop here, up the way, small independent coffee shops. People want that. They want something a little more character. They want something not so stale. And we keep producing the stale and it sucks. It's so dry. It's so, so robotic and there's no warmth to it really. It's just kind of an in and out process. That's the way corporate works. It's in, you're out, you get what you want, supply, demand, go. During all of this economic shakeup and things like that, I don't want people to think that we shut down or, we couldn't make it kind of thing. The strip's growing, so they just couldn't handle it. And, I get constant feedback why would you move? And there's a part of me, I just think of my person that takes it personal, but then at the same time, nobody walks in my shoes. Nobody runs my business. Nobody knows what I deal with on a daily day. $16,000 rent if you want it, but for me, it's not smart. It's not a smart business move, and things are so expensive right now, but we were blessed to find a location at 751 West San Carlos. San Jose right now is ripping out everything old, and I imagine in the next 5 years, the streets aren't going to look the same. I'm born and raised here, and I feel like people are getting kicked out of their homes that they've been in a lifetime, just because money talks and there's cash in hand and things like that are going on. Moving here was just a huge risk, and it was a huge success in the end. So I've seen so many, fellow small business owners come and go, because what happens is I feel like you can go in at a good deal and get a great rent, and big businesses were there's a momentum going over there. We need to kind of get in on that. We need to participate on that because we could make money off of this too. That's usually when things start shifting. That's when usually, owners of smaller business, the actual buildings, they want to raise rent because they see that something's happening. They want part of the pie. For me, it's I know I have the reality of rent goes up. That's just natural. But when it starts to double, triple, and just, basically you're getting pushed out at that point. You can't survive on that. So I guess my ultimate thing would be that there's some kind of cap or it keeps small businesses safe. I think that's what would be my fantasy world of and I think if San Jose really in their heart of hearts wants small to be something, then they really need to look at that because that's kind of the failing factor.